This video serves as an overview of the process of scheduling and maintaining classes at Case Western Reserve University. Classes are maintained in the Student Information System, also known as SIS. The module within SIS where classes are maintained is called the Schedule of Classes, or SOC. New users requesting access to the SOC will need to watch this video in order for that access to be granted. Everything shared here will be a broad overview, as we know class procedures are different across schools and departments. In order to fully explain the schedule of classes, we need to start with the course catalog. The course catalog is the collection of courses university departments can offer during a given term. The catalog includes non-term specific information such as course name, units, description, and cross-listed courses. The University Registrar's Office maintains the course catalog within SIS. The course catalog is also used to refer to the General Bulletin, which is a static document published each year. To find a list of courses available for departments to offer, go to bulletin.case.edu/departments. Choose a department and then click on the Courses tab to see all the courses available for your department to offer. To add a new course to the catalog or make changes to existing courses, administrators use the course action form. The schedule of classes is created each term, fall, spring, and summer, based on the previous like term. It includes term-specific information such as class section number, days and times of class meetings, building, room number, and instructor. Individual departments maintain the class schedule for their unit within SIS. The process of creating a new term schedule begins with the University Registrar's Office rolling forward the class data from the last like term to create the new term. So for example, this spring is rolled forward to create next spring's offerings. Once this happens, you'll be notified by email and can begin editing your classes. The email will also give you a deadline for updating your class information and for notifying the appropriate person or office that your updates have been made. The person or office you notify will then review and update settings within the SOC to make your classes available in Class Search for student registration. Here are the suggested steps to take to maintain your classes. We'll go through them one at a time. Step 1 is printing your class schedule. You'll do this by running the Print Class Schedule process. This will generate a report of all the classes currently on your schedule. You should print out this report. The report will look something like this, and your next step is to distribute this document to department members for review. To make changes to your classes, you'll go to Maintain Schedule of Classes. This is where you'll spend the majority of your time working on SOC edits. You'll make changes as necessary to things like meeting days, meeting times, instructors, enrollment limits, etc. You'll also add classes to and remove classes from the schedule. If a class doesn't appear in your schedule but needs to be added, you'll create the class using Schedule New Course. This could happen if it's a new class that hasn't been offered before, or if the class wasn't offered in the term that was copied forward to make the new term. Please note, the Schedule New Course process is not used for entering a new course into the course catalog. If the course doesn't exist in the catalog, your department will need to submit a course action form in order to have the new course added. Sections that either rolled forward from a prior term or were added and are not going to be offered should be deleted or canceled. If the class section has not been made available to students in Class Search yet, then you should delete it. Once a section has been made available in Class Search but is no longer going to be offered, it should be canceled. For detailed instructions on how to delete or cancel a course section, see the Schedule of Classes section of our SIS resources page, case.edu/registrar/SIS resources. Next, you'll identify cross-listed classes, if your department has any, and create their combined sections. A combined section is 2 or more classes that meet at the same time in the same place, but are offered under multiple subjects or are offered under different academic levels, such as this example of Astronomy 323-423. For more information on combining sections, see the video or the corresponding guide. Once you're finished making changes, you'll run the SOC error reports and make corrections. Before your classes are made available in ClassSearch, it's important to run this series of reports to look for errors in the schedule that can prevent students from being able to register. For detailed instructions, see the Schedule of Classes report section on our SIS resources page. Once the corrections have been made, you will print the revised schedule using the same process as you did in Step 1, then review and verify it. Finally, you will notify your SOC representative, letting them know your schedule is ready for student registration. College of Arts and Sciences departments and Case School of Engineering departments contact your school's dean's office. All other schools and departments contact the University Registrar's Office using courses@case.edu. Your SOC representative will mark your classes as display in ClassSearch, which will make them visible to students here. Detailed instructions for most of these steps can be found on our SIS resources page under the Schedule of Classes section. Here are some other concepts you may need to know about in order to maintain your classes. The first one is sessions. The session that you select for a class determines the default dates of that class, although they can be changed. The 5-year academic calendar is posted on the University Registrar's website, case.edu/registrar. On that calendar, you can find the start and end dates for classes for a particular term. The dates listed for fall and spring are considered the regular academic session, or Session 1. Some of our professional schools operate on their own start and end dates, but still have what we consider a regular academic session. This session can also be divided into first or second half offerings. This is typically used by our physical education classes. Classes that don't fall within the regular academic session should be coded as dynamically dated, or DYN. A class that was dynamically dated in the past will roll forward and default to the same dates as the regular academic session. You should update the dates that the class will actually meet during the term. If the class should use the regular academic session dates in the new term, you should change the session to regular academic session. For more information on dynamic dates, see the video or corresponding guide. Another concept is multiple components. A component is a class format such as a lecture, lab, or recitation. In some academic departments, it's common to have more than one component for an individual class, and those components can be required or optional. This is all determined by the course catalog's entry. For example, Physics 115 requires both a lecture and a lab component. When a student registers for one component, they're required to register for the other component too. For information on how to schedule a class with multiple components, see the video or corresponding guide. If you're a new user and are watching this video to gain access to the SOC, your next step should be to fill out and submit the SOC training completion form. You can find it alongside this video. We've given you lots of information that may all be new to you, and you may or may not be getting ready to edit your class offerings. When it is time, be sure to refer back to this video and the videos or guides that take a deeper dive into each step. To make everything easy to find, please bookmark our SIS resources page, case.edu/registrar/SIS resources. We've also created a checklist to make this process easier to move through. You can print it and keep it handy when you're working through updating your class schedule for a new term. You can find this SOC process checklist alongside this video as well. Thanks for watching. We hope this video gave you a helpful overview of the schedule of classes. Please email courses@case.edu with questions.